Hey, what's up, everyone? Back with another trailer reaction. Joined by with. Wow. Listen, people. This is why I'm a writer.
I don't know. Maybe joined by with.
Joined by with. That'll be our new thing. Hashtag joined by with. But anyway, joining with me. I'm joined by Ashley. Her. Joined by with Ashley. It'll catch on. Mark my words. We're doing a trailer reaction, but this one for my man over at AD Edits. He did this one is the Star Wars 40th anniversary trailer mashup. Again, if you guys have checked out his channel, he does like he makes his own kind of trailers to popular movies and kind of recuts them his own way, and they're pretty cool. I was like watching them, kind of seeing like a different take on like especially for movies that have already come out. Kind of because trailers can you can always make a movie look like whatever you want in a trailer. They're like they're an art form in and of itself. So it's funny, not funny, but fun seeing movies that we already seen and know what they're like, and then seeing a trailer cut a different way and gives it almost kind of a different slant to it. So it almost makes you feel like, oh wow, it's just like a different version of the movie. So anyway, really cool. So we're gonna check this one out right now. Love the breathing.
You're a good person, don't you? May the force be with us.
The Sith, the Empire, the First Order. The shadows spreading across the galaxy.
Here they come.
I'm not very optimistic about our odds. That's not okay.
Poor R2.
The belonging you seek is not behind you. It is ahead.
Whatever I am, I'm going to protect you.
I ever see you again? What does he want to tell me?
Close your eyes. The light, it will guide you.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? The Force will be with you. Always.
Nice. So right off the bat, one of the things I took away that I really liked, it was interesting kind of seeing a little bit of like Vader and or I should say Anakin story along with like Luke, because obviously spoilers, Vader is Luke's dad.
What? How dare you spoil me?
I know, right? Mind blown. But it's always been kind of a before and after story. But it was weird, not in a good way, but seeing kind of like them kind of intercut with each other, because you really almost see like the haunting similarities between the two, and
Kind of parallels.
yeah, and how literally one is like yin and yang to the other, or like kind of like flip side of a coin, where they're essentially the same character, but one goes one way and the other goes the other way, and how it's something so kind of minute that drives one in one direction versus the other. It was basically, you know, if you watch the prequels, it's almost like Obi-Wan was maybe too much mentor, not enough almost father figure, was because really that's what Anakin needed, was more of a father figure, where I feel like he kind of corrected that with Luke, even though he wasn't with Luke very long, or who knows, maybe he would have screwed up Luke too, but he felt a little bit more warm with Luke because he kind of already kind of had that mistake in his past, and just that slightly kind of that tweak in. Well, no, actually, he still appeared to Luke as a Force ghost. So even though he was dead, he was still with Luke, but he was much more almost. I felt fatherly with Luke a little bit than he was with Anakin. I think he was, and just that little, you know, I don't know, like how you just altering your kind of outward demeanor with someone just a little bit can make all the difference in the world with some people, as we see in Star Wars. The other thing I noticed too, by seeing kind of intercut with all the different generations and characters, is that it's kind of like, it almost feels like the faces change, but kind of the souls of these characters continue on. It's like it's like this ongoing, almost circular narrative, you know, with the prequels, the original trilogy, and now what we're getting with the newer trilogy, and including even some stuff with Rogue One, where it's almost like it's a Star Wars at its core is a character drama, you know, and it's kind of a timeless character drama, regardless of, you know, the faces, you know what generation it takes place. It's about,
Again, it sounds lame to say it this way, but it's like the battle of good and evil, of light and dark.
yeah, it's kind of a timeless theme, which is one of the reasons why Star Wars, I think, became as popular as it is, and why it's still so timeless of a story. It's something very kind of ingrained in us as a people, and as a, almost maybe I dare say as a species, the battle within light and dark, and you know, the fact that it's this.
Again, the whole, you know, hero's journey is a classic theme too. So
Yeah, I mean,
again, Star Wars just did everything right, and
well, yeah, I mean, George Lucas, you know, based Star Wars a lot off mythology and history, you know, and he basically wanted to say, let's take this very kind of old world narrative and put it in a sci-fi futuristic setting, but it kind of shows you that, you know, the aesthetic is second to essentially this narrative, basically, where it's kind of a timeless story. So seeing all these characters from all these different generations within the Star Wars universe kind of tells you that the story is kind of, you know, what persists. It persists through generations, through eras, through people. It's just kind of like how, you know, this is a story they were telling, you know, thousands of years ago, and now they're telling it in the modern age through Star Wars. You know, King Arthur, all these stories were told long ago, and we're still telling them with now King Arthur's Luke Skywalker. You know, it was, you know, like the faces change, and maybe even the names change, but kind of the core, the souls of these characters, of these stories, kind of persist, even within the context of the Star Wars universe. So I really like that aspect. So that's kind of what I walked away from it, kind of the interesting dichotomy between Luke and Anakin, and how essentially how something so small can, you know, put you on one path versus the other, and just kind of the timelessness of kind of this narrative, even within the Star Wars universe itself. So another very well done trailer. Again, like I said, I'm not trying to kiss anyone's ass, but, you know, I'm a simple man. I like what I see, and I throw it out there. But no, I dig it. I mean, again, it's cool to see kind of also how other people can interpret, you know, the material, because again, something like Star Wars is so ingrained in our culture that, you know, it can mean different things also to different people, or people can see it and kind of walk away with different things, or also maybe kind of lean more heavily on certain themes based on who they are, versus another person will focus more on another element of it, you know, and it's all accurate. It's just kind of reflects you as a person, kind of how you connect with the material. So I don't know, I dig it, and again, the stuff with Anakin and Luke, I've always found fascinating, because again, they are essentially the same character, but, you know, little bit of different events change everything, and I've always thought that's kind of how history works. It's usually something so small that can have a big impact, good or bad. But anyway, so what did you guys think of this trailer? Did you liked it? Did you walk away with the same kind of vibe? What was your vibe, you know, from it? Because again, that's how I interpreted it. I know you kind of say you kind of grasped onto the whole timelessness, you know, of the hero's journey. But what did you think when you guys watched it? If you have not done so already, go to his channel, subscribe, show him some love, check out all his, you know, his trailers, and give him some of your thoughts. He's, you know, pretty receptive guy. You know, again, I like what I see. Again, I always like checking out his new trailers. Also, if you have not done so already, subscribe to her channel. Subscribe to everyone's channel. Give everyone some love. And you know, if you have some time left over and you have not done so already, you can go ahead and give a little subscribe, you know, to this guy right here with this very well manicured beard. I'm just saying, you know, it is nice. And if you subscribe, you can see this all the time.
Oh my god.
If beards are your thing. But anyway, guys, yeah, go over there, give him some love, give him some support. You know, a lot of hard work goes into doing these kinds of things. So it's always nice to, you know, give people a good pat on the back. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.